Alright, everybody. We're doing some battle in the rapid pool. I'm playing Dr. Vel, who is a rapid-only gamer. 520 games. Okay, I'm going to play the knight c3, and we get an exchange QGD. Hopefully you saw my first video back was on the exchange QGD, so we'll see if we can put some of those lessons to good use. So unlike in that game that I reviewed, my opponent played the main line. So my bishop's on g5 instead of f4. It's the big difference. After this move h6, I'm going to step back to h4 rather than f4. Now if I come to f4, sometimes there's this knight h5 idea. So I'd rather keep my bishop here. So if this knight moves, I take another bishop for it, instead of my opponent getting this knight. Okay, goes for an early bishop e6. So normally this tries to indicate that black is playing for some kind of c5. He's like defending the d5 pawn, trying to make c5 a reality. So I'm going to play my normal idea of knight g to e2, and I'm going to get castled. And then as always in this line, I kind of want to see what my opponent's up to before I decide if I want this plan, if I want to do something on the queen side. Sort of take it step by step on that one. Opponent goes rook e8. Sort of an odd order of development. You know, why rook e8 before knight bd7? It's just kind of strange. And now knight h5. So I think I do want to capture this bishop rather than go bishop g3. Yeah, now my opponent's knight just is going to look a little bit silly on this square. I'd love to play a quick b4. Queen takes rook b1, queen back to e7 is defending the b7 pawn for the moment. So potentially I need to play some kind of preparatory move. I think rook a b1 makes the most sense. I could also just directly play knight a4. Just say, I want this square. I don't need to play b4 for it. I'm just going to shove my knight there. But I think the minority attack makes sense here. Going f3 is a lot less appealing now that my bishop's dead. And my opponent has put all these pieces just on this square. And with this bishop coming to e6, it sort of feels like maybe these light squares are going to be a little bit soft, and my opponent might end up playing a bishop back. So rook a b1 is what I'm going to go for here. And that's just what I'm looking at that indicates to me, okay, maybe not f3 this time. Maybe we'll play that a little bit later. If I did want to go for the f3 plan, something like rook fe1 would make sense. Something like rook a d1, just playing in the center, getting ready to support these pawns as we try to push up the board. But I think rook b1 is fine. Yeah, so we succeed in inducing this move a5. I'm going to try to use this now to further point out that this is going to be a little bit of a hole for black to deal with. So I will put this knight here, I think. So the danger is if takes, I have to be ready to play this structure after takes. But I think this structure is going to be nice. We're going to put this knight on d4. Slowly but surely, we'll play a3, b4, and still have good plans of playing b5 later in the game. So the danger is if this pawn is like weak, because my opponent's queen is already sort of touching it, but honestly, it doesn't seem too concerning. I'm not sure how you add another attacker. Like maybe you try coming like this. But it's going to take you a hot second to attack that pawn again. A hot second. And when you do, I'll defend it. So that is what my opponent is going for. I would like to play just knight to d4 directly. My opponent will likely come back with knight to d7. But I think I'm ready to just meet this with rook fc1. And then I'm going to just start getting this b4 train rolling. And what is my opponent doing? I'm not so sure. Coming to e5 maybe? Yeah, maybe he's coming to e5. How concerning is that? Probably not too bad. I'm not hyper concerned with knight e5. I can play bishop e2 if I'm super afraid. I might also allow knight e5 takes d3. I think this knight's going to be kind of a monster here. I would much prefer this knight to this bishop in that position. So that simplification is maybe not so frightening. He goes bishop d7 instead. Okay, so he wants this knight on e4. Again, though, I might just take that guy and ask my opponent, are you so happy with that minor piece? The question now is, can I play a quick b4, ab, rook b4, making my structure worse, but going for pressure here? I think I don't want to do that. I think just bishop back to c8, as awkward as it looks, is gonna make my counterplay kind of difficult, right? Just defending here, and like, what do I do? Bishop f5? Like, I don't know. Oh, I could also go bishop f5 now. Try to get in. Yeah, maybe bishop f5. I don't know. I think I'd rather play more slowly. If I go a3, is a4 a concern? I mean, yes, but do I have time to, like, do this? It seems so slow, but I don't know. Yeah, the question is b3, knight e4. Am I just gonna take that guy? Am I actually happy? Like, I'm gonna get attacked, right? I'm gonna get a little bit attacked. Maybe bishop f5 is the way. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna go b3. I'm gonna go b3. That's what we're doing. So the question is now, do I want to take this knight immediately? If I don't take it immediately, potentially some kind of f5 move could come. I think I do just want to snip snap. Snip snap on e4. Okay, queen takes is interesting. So I thought for sure black would be interested in taking with the pawn, just to apply a little bit more pressure to my king side. Now that he hasn't, I would like to keep the queens on the board, right? He does have some space to play with over here to, like, come and get me. But, you know, I don't want to give him a second opportunity to make his structure better. I like this structure, right? My knight healthily blockades this pawn. It threatens to step to all kinds of squares. This pressure on c6 doesn't seem super relevant yet, but if I get my long-term plan rolling, then it won't be quite so pleasant. Again, the concern is your bishop h3s, your rook g5s. These are the things to look out for. These are the things to look out for. 5 minutes left. I've been kind of getting beat up in the rapid pool lately. It's been a rough few games for me. Okay, I think rook b2 just improves my position. So I will play that. Not super interested in this trade. Again, this knight is solid. Yeah, this feels like they're going the wrong way. That's what it feels like to me. Feels like the wrong direction. I think black should be aiming for counterplay against the light squares on my king's side. I don't think, you know, all-inning on some queen d3 idea is the way to go here. Like, I'm not even particularly afraid of a queen trade in an endgame. I think that should favor me a little bit. Because, again, like, I'm going b4 and I'm going b5. And then I'm going to try to break through on the queen side. But I guess the idea for black is he wants to put this bishop on c4 somewhere like this. So if queen d3, I'm going to consider still avoiding the queen trade. Something dumb like queen c1. Just so I can go like rook d1, try to evict that piece, and keep this bishop away from this diagonal. If this bishop gets to this diagonal, could be a very serious try for black just at full equality. Okay, he goes rook a7, so preparing to double up over here. I'm gonna definitely take my time now. I'm gonna go h3, give my king a flight square. And you know, when black says, okay, I'm gonna get ready for the opening of the a file, That's going to definitely make me hesitate on that plan. Maybe I'll start doing stuff like this, right? Start using this d4 square for more things. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe rook d1 first was a bit better, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not sweating it. Yeah, I'll go rook d1 now. King h7's kind of weird. Potentially, black should be going f5, f4. It's a bit double-edged, though, and after rook a7, you know, you kind of wonder if rook a to a8 is a good idea if you're going to go for this stuff. Obviously, it's also pretty weakening. Just queen back to e7. Okay. Yeah, I think knight e2 is my move here. Again, I want to do this. Maybe I'll come to this square with my knight. I chose e2 over f3 because of bishop e4 stuff. Okay, if bishop h5, does this just get the minor pieces off the board? It might. Okay. So black is sort of finding this this plan against my king now, but that's okay. I have knight g3 as a defensive move as well. Also have some ideas of just going rook a4 and just trying to capture this a-pawn. Yeah, knight g3 was the plan. I could also go knight f4. It feels a bit looser, but I mean, how do you take advantage of it is the question. Like, where do you go? Queen h4 maybe? Maybe you go like rook e6 to g6 even. Yeah, I think just knight g3 is the way to go. You can try h5, h4. I'll go ahead and take the bishop then, you know. Sometimes you gotta give up in this world. Unlucky that our opponent figured out he should be attacking our king. Position was much easier when my opponent was just kind of big chillin'. Bishop back to g6. Interesting. God, I have a lot of options now. I'm going to start with rook a4. Definitely going to start with rook a4. If I can induce rook e to a8, that's a big win. Rook a to a8. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Listen, man, that's a pawn. I'm gonna take that. I'm taking that. I understand I misplaced my pieces a little bit, but listen, I saw this interview by Christopher Yu about playing this engine Simple Fish, and you know, he that was good enough to beat Darius Schwiertz, so like good enough for me in this rapid game. No one's gonna understand what I just said. All right, watch Christopher Yu's last round interview for the U.S. Championships. It's pretty entertaining. Okay, while I was like talking all that nonsense, my opponent attacked my c5 pawn, and I don't know how to defend it. But that's okay. These things happen. That's okay. You know, what's the point of winning material if you don't give it back? What's the point of winning the material if you don't give it back? Okay, I'm going to try to attack this bishop with h4, h5. That's what I'm going to spend my time on now. Yeah, wish I didn't hang that pawn, obviously. That would have been better. Maybe queen b4 instead of a4 was smarter. Rook takes. Okay, I will go h5. Sort of wondering where this bishop's going. Sorta wondering. Kinda sorta have some questions about where your bishop's going. Maybe he's asking me where my king's going. Doing stuff like this. But you know what? I'm willing to play that game with him. Let's go there. Okay, let's do it. Let's go there together. So this move hangs mate in 1. This move allows bishop f5, so I'm going to play this move, which allows bishop c2. But after bishop c2, maybe just queen c3? Do I just win? I might just win. I might have to try some dumb shit, like c5, but queen d2 is good. Yeah, not looking ideal. Not looking ideal for the black pieces. Got a little bit too frisky there with rook c5 and bishop e4. Had to be a little bit more cautious. So, classic rapid game. I talk all this nonsense about, strategy and positional stuff, and then I win a pawn for free, and then I blunder it back immediately, and none of it matters. That is rapid chess. Online, at least. Over the board, also total nonsense. So bishop c2, I can't take and go for this because my king gets checked, but okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. Sort of forgot that move was legal, but now this tactic does work. Do I want to go here first? What would be the point? The point would be that after takes, there's no rook c2 check. No rook c2 check. Yeah, that seems worth doing, to be honest. Because, I don't know, I might get mated. I don't want to get mated. May as well stop rook c2. Oh, also, okay, this rook is just trapped on the back row. It has to, leave. Yeah, this is just easy. Easy money. Now I can take, and check, and take. All according to plan. I'm a winner. Already offers a rematch. I want to look at the game instead. See if everything I said was nonsense. So this was normal. Bishop h4 and f4 are both moves, but I like this h4 idea. Yeah, bishop e6 not so normal. So I go knight ge2, rook e8, castles. Yeah, now knight h5 is a completely unique position. Takes, and okay, the engine says do whatever you want. King h1, rook a e1. I bet rook a b1 is a similar valuation. After a5, it does not like my knight a4 ideas so much. It just wants to go slowly. And it does actually like this f3 plan now. Interesting. Yeah, it wants to go... Oh, okay. It just wants to jump around and do nothing, which is oftentimes a good idea in these positions. It does not like this this structure. Knight d4, bishop d7, okay, b3. Yeah, so it's just worried about these kingside ideas, which makes sense. Okay, I took, which is not dumb. And yeah, opponent can take either way, actually. And it's just equality here, but... yeah, after this move, bishop f5 and bishop g6, it did sort of feel like things were shifting, right? This bishop was good on this diagonal. It could come and hit my king, and now it just can't. So I went slowly with a3, h3, rook d1, knight e2, and it's just giving a stable plus 0.4 or something. Just not a lot. And then, yeah, things really started going awry here. So I took this pawn for free, which entirely loses to d4. So I saw d4, but I didn't get... Oh, this is the point. Well, there you have it. That's what happens when you put all your pieces on squares that are hanging. But my opponent missed it, and did not find d4 here. It was still strong. I couldn't take because of queen c1. And after this queen d2, yeah, white should just be winning. And here queen d4 is a mistake because it allows rook a5. Just queen c3, yeah. So now I give the pawn back. Should be a bit better. F4 was the way rather than h4. So just even more direct. Just saying to black, I'm gonna get you, buddy. I'm gonna get you. Instead, h4 takes h5. I'm now losing to this. I imagine because there's bishop e4 here. Yeah, so my opponent had the right idea, just the wrong order. So bishop e4, f3 is good. And after bishop b1, yeah, I'm just winning. Oh, I missed rook c2 here. Wow. This was a good game. I've never seen an accuracy rating so low. Did they update how they do this? They had to update how they did this. Oh man, 51% accuracy. Well, this game was complete nonsense after all. Complete nonsense after all. I think in my heart though, you know, I had some idea of the strategy through the first 29 moves, 28 moves, and then it just all went to hell. It all went to hell. Just missed every tactic, but so did my opponent. And then, you know, one player won. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you like these rapid videos. I mean, to me, they feel like I'm going to level with you guys. They're a lot easier than like me reviewing a game. I feel like they might be more entertaining, but probably less instructive. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like them. Tell me if you like a mix. Tell me what you want to see. You know, I'm here. I'm doing this YouTube thing again. So just tell me what you want. I'll give it to you. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.